Hello everybody, and welcome to 16th of May. This is our third session talking about gratitude, but not only that, this is the day where together we are going to live a special moment where we are going to launch the book More Gratitude. And I'm so excited to be with you right now. I have an event this weekend. So I'm right now, just come right now in my hotel, and I could not miss this opportunity to be with you, to spend this time with you, and to introduce you to my new creation, which I am so proud of to share it with you. You know what? You are my community, you are my family, you are my clients, you are my fans, and I'm here to serve you and to be with you. So, before we start, let me ask you a question. Drop down in the comments. You can put any type of comment down there and put down in the comment number one if you want to have more in life. Type one in the chat if you want to have more in life. Go ahead and type right now. One. Fantastic, fantastic. And as you're typing one in the chat, type also two if while you are experiencing more in life, you're also experiencing it, and you want to experience it also in a way that you've got also fulfillment and joy. Type two in the chat. Hey, La Felipe, my friend, glad to see you. Yeah, so experiencing fulfillment and joy. So, where are you right now? Let me ask you this question. Where are you right now? Maybe you have turned off your emergency light. What do I mean by that? Probably life has been hitting you so much, and you're there wondering and asking why me, why things are going this way. And probably you have given up on the most important person on earth. Yes, the person you watch on the mirror on a daily basis. And potentially you have lost trust in life. You have lost trust in somebody that you expected them to take care of you and provide for you. Now, where do you want to be? I want you to create an image in your life of a moment in life and in time where you can say yes to yourself, when you can say yes to your life, when you can say yes to your goals and dreams. Create this picture of a moment where you are the best version you want to be. And envisage yourself in that sweet spot where you are fulfilled in your own terms. So, between where you are and where you want to be, we can understand that there is a gap. And I believe that this gap can be filled with only one element, which is awareness. So, why is awareness important? Why? Why should you be aware? Well, let me tell you one thing. Have you ever been in a situation where in your life you have moments where you're going up, 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 things seem to be great, and then suddenly, boom, they go down. And then slowly by slowly, it seems to go back again, up, 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 again to go down. Well, life is a roller coaster. And because it's a roller coaster, you need to be able to dance with those moments of up and down. Dance with the flow. And the first way to dance with the flow is to be aware. Why should you be right now focusing on awareness? Well, let me tell you one thing. Have you ever looked at your life in such a way that you look and you have more days backwards than ahead of you? I don't know how old you are, but some of us, we have lived half of our life or a quarter of our life. So now is the time to be aware, because we need to get out of that fog and put on glasses so you can have, wow, finally clarity. Now I can see. I can see where I'm going. I can see where I'm heading. I can see my future. Now, why me? Why should you invest this time, this moment with me? Why should you invest time reading my books? Why should you invest time being here, doing them, putting in the most important resource, which is your time? Why me? Well, come back with me. Let me take you to a moment when I thought life was against me. It is July 29, 2009, and it's a warm day. And I'm sitting in my office, and I know the phone is going to ring. I know it. Suddenly the phone rings, and I pick it up. Yeah, so he's gone. Okay, see you back at home later. And now suddenly I have moments of doubt. Now, what do I do? I'm only 23 years old and I need to build up myself. I need to create. This is the moment when I want to become a man, and I need a man by my side. Instead, I have to be strong enough to take care of everything else. Have you ever been in a situation where you wonder why all these things are happening to me? Type 3 in the chat if you have ever been in a situation where you're wondering why things are not going right with you. Why me? Why can't I have an easy life like other people? Why things should be so hard for me? Well, I had all these questions going on in my life. And suddenly I get in a point where I'm hiding. I get to a point where I'm putting away my gift, turning off my light, turning off my emergency light, thinking that if I express, I am weak. If I show my emotions, I'm losing. Well, fast forwarding, I stay in that situation for several years until one day, at one event, Tony Robbins tells me, it's never too late to experience an amazing childhood. And then Tony asks something, what are you grateful for? And I say, what? You want me to be grateful? I am mad. I am angry. What should I be grateful for? He abandoned me. He left me with a lot of problems. What should I be grateful for? There's nothing to be grateful for. And then Tony said one thing. Even if something has gone wrong, if you are alive right now, that means you've got something to be grateful for or somebody to thank for. And in that moment, I closed my eyes, I put my hands on my heart, and I went to listen to my heart. And I was instantaneously filled with gratitude, not for what I didn't have or what I didn't experience, but I chose to be grateful for what I had and what I had in that moment. And then slowly by slowly, I managed to sort out my job and I was promoted. I became a director. Then I moved to London. It wasn't easy, but then I started working in the office of Tony Robbins. And now I'm here sharing with you my story and how practicing gratitude could be the best cure in your life. So there's nothing else that I love more than sharing with people my story, sharing with people how gratitude has been a medicine for me. And just to let you know, this evening I'm not alone, and I'm going to bring now shortly on stage my dear friend and my publisher. Chris has been a guidance, a mentor, a friend, a supporter in bringing out the message that I had inside and allowing me to put it in black and white so it could reach more people on this journey called life. So please, ladies and gentlemen, help me, join me, and let's welcome and let's give a wonderful round of applause to the one and only Mr. Chris Day. Hello,
Hey,
Chris.
hi there. Thank you so much, Moses, for a fantastic introduction. I was sitting here thinking, who's he talking about? Who's coming on? But thank you so much. It's been such a joy and a pleasure working with you on these books. I have learnt so much as they've come together, and as those little nuggets of gold from your journey have impacted on me. And the thing that I've really picked up on is with your first book is the journey that you've had and the unique philosophy that you have discovered and shared from the experiences that you've had, and that's moved me, that's touched me, and to then get the opportunity to work on more gratitude has been a double bonus for me, and it's opened my eyes to the many things around me that I'm grateful for. And I just needed a prompt to lift up my head and be aware of them. And it's going through the book and picking up on the many things that we take for granted. And I'm thinking, it's so wrong for me to take this for granted. I've got to recognize it, and I've got to really take it internally, because if you wake up and you start your day focused on gratitude, it's going to be a good day. And I've certainly found that, and I so congratulate you on the book, and I'm so pleased you brought it out so soon after more, because the two go together, and it's a wonderful combination. So people should absolutely make sure that they've got both books. And there's something special about gratitude, which is a rarity. Most books, you treasure, you dust them, you make sure that there's that they're looked after. But with gratitude, you have given the reader permission to write in it, and that surprised me, because it's not something. There will be librarians turning in their grave when they read that and see the invitation to write on the book. But I get it. I so get it, because as you read it, little nuggets of gold come into your head, and unless you put those on paper there and then on that page where you're reading it, and you will forget it. There's so many prompts. So the
What
book.
you're saying is so powerful, because personally, when I read a book, I make sure that I always underline it. I always put in my personal notes. And there's one thing I've learned, and I tell this always to my clients when I'm coaching them. Always make sure when in a coaching session, have a notepad with you, because sometimes there are going to be some downloads. And if you don't grab that moment and you put it in black and white, that moment is gone. Then you'll be saying, oh, what did Moses say? What did I understand? What is it? What is it? So it's important, while you're reading the book Gratitude, make sure you have something to put it in black and white and lay it, so you're emptying yourself in order for you to be filled back again. It's a universal law. You cannot expect to receive if you're not giving. That's why in the first book, more, become more. Because when you become more, you then need to offload, and you do it by giving. And the more you become, the more you offload and give, the more you get. It's an ending cycle which closes up.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing that struck me was that when I go back to reread the book for the each time I do that, it's not so much reading the text; it's reading my notes. because the notes came from me and they were the things that impacted on me. So when I reread the book, I'm rereading those things that were special at the moment, and that the book prompted me to think about. And I remembered a lovely saying that I once learned: the faintest of ink is better than the strongest of memory. And unless
Absolutely.
you use the ink to capture it, your memory will fail you. There's too much in your head to remember at any one time. So the process of when your brain presents you with that thought from the back of your brain, you've got to capture it, otherwise you'll lose it.
Absolutely. Totally agree with that. And thank you for sharing that. It's really powerful.
My pleasure. Moses, could I ask you a few questions?
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Because it's there are so many facets to your life, and it's through both books you see how you learn in every opportunity. You've had ups and you've had downs, and you've had all sorts of challenges, but instead of wasting them and just moving on, you've understood the lesson that the universe was giving you at that point. So it must have given you a completely new mindset, literally for every day.
Yes, absolutely. It's in the ups and downs that you develop your character. You see, this morning I had an interview with a journalist, and in this interview, they were talking about the fact that they were asking me, how come you are so grateful for those hard moments that you had in life? And I simply answered, I said, do you know what? Easy times create easy, weak people. Hard
Mhm.
times create hard and tough people. In
Yeah,
order for me to become more and be able for me to serve genuinely with integrity other people, life cannot allow me to serve somebody if I haven't been through that.
yeah, yeah.
And my mom is a pastor, as most of you know. And my mom always says, I'm not going to teach you or preach you anything which I haven't gone through myself.
Mhm.
You see, there's one thing that you can do: a service of lips and a service of life. I believe that I am tapping into a service of life because everything I've gone through in my life is what then is helping others. And that's what I want to encourage other people. I don't know what you have gone through in life, but what you have gone through in life may be your biggest blessing. So
Mhm.
instead of cursing it or wondering why, I shifted my mindset. You were talking about mindset. I
Mhm.
was always asking, why me? Why me? Now I've shifted my mindset. I'm saying, why not me?
Yeah,
Why should I wish somebody else to go through that?
yeah.
Now, there are moments where in life, when I lost my brother, it was hard for me to shift and say, why not me? Because I was angry. Why would life take away a small little boy of 5 years and make my family, my mom and dad, nearly split at that time simply because my dad closed up? My mom was expecting a man to be by her side, taking care of the family. Instead, she had to dress up and be the man and the woman in the home. But right now, I have developed empathy and I can help somebody else who has gone through a terrible loss. So this is transforming your mess into a message,
Mhm.
transforming that hard moment, that terrible situation into something which could be bigger than yourself.
Yeah. Absolutely. And every challenge, every problem has got the other side to it. And if unless we make a point of looking at it and saying, why has the universe brought this to me? And what can I gain from it? and how can I use this to help others in similar situations? Every problem is a blessing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And this was a big shift of mindset because it's hard when you are young and you don't have some things that other people have got, and you think that you are good, and you wonder why is life hitting you all the time, no matter how good you are. So shifting the mindset and asking, what is the blessing out of this? What can I choose to be grateful right now? The other week, I was talking in the month of gratitude of May. Those who are following me know about this. I was talking about the fact of the power of shifting focus. When you practice gratitude, you consciously decide to shift from a perspective of lack into a perspective of what you are and what you have. Please, those who are watching right now, interact with me. Write down in the comments this. Write down. You don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. Let me say it again. You don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. So, those of you who are my good students, write it down in the comments so this can help others who will join or who will watch the recording. And once you understand this, this is a powerful mindset, a powerful shift of mindset. So when I did that, I chose to focus on what I have, on who I am. I'm not tall. I'm not in the best shape of my life, but I'm grateful that I can wake up in the morning and breathe with full lungs. I may not be where I want to be, but I'm grateful of where I am. You see, when I wrote the book More, I said in the book, listen, the only way you can get more in life, the first ingredient of success is be grateful for what you have.
Absolutely. And that's so powerful. It's simple to say, but it's it is so profound, and it changes you if you go through a day without recognizing those things around you that that you're grateful for. You go through a whole day without recognizing that, you are somewhat diminished.
Yeah.
The gratitude is the wind beneath your wings to raise you up. It just puts you into such a wonderful mindset.
Absolutely. For example, today I went to the barber, and while I was going to the barber, I saw this lady who was struggling to walk. And I looked at and I said, oh, that could be my mom.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm so grateful. My mom is 66, and yet she can walk and do everything by herself. She's totally autonomous. Um, mm, she can drive, do anything, and she can take care of my small little nephew anytime. And she's so dynamic and so full of energy. And I just stopped a moment there. And from that situation, I said, I'm deeply grateful. You see, in my book, More Gratitude, there's a chapter where we're talking about mm, uh, moments of gratitude during the day. And so, what I'm talking about in the book is something that I myself am doing on a daily basis. So, for me this morning, pausing, rushing from everything, pausing, looking at this lady with deep love and being grateful that my mom is able to do all this, it such fills your heart and makes you understand that you are totally blessed.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, you guys who are watching right now, think about something that you are grateful today, not 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Today, what are you grateful about today? And I would be happy if you could share it in the chat. Drop it down as me and Chris were having a chat, okay? But we are all together as a family, as a community. So Share, drop down and let me know. What are you grateful about today? This 16th of May, what are you grateful about? As me and Chris keep on talking along. Chris, are you typing?
I'm typing, yeah. I'm participating, yeah. Look, I'm a man. I don't multitask. You know, women multitask, men don't multitask. And
Yeah,
I've been typing. You want me to speak and type? Come on.
wonderful. So we've got obviously Chris saying, I'm grateful for the people sharing on my journey. Wonderful. Simon is saying, I'm grateful my eyes for my eyes because I can see. Wonderful, wonderful, powerful, grateful. And then obviously there's Totka saying, I'm grateful for my love. Amazing. And then Felipe is also saying, I'm grateful for the smiles I have received. Wow. Powerful, Felipe. I love it. Because a smile is not something you can give for granted. And by the way, in the book More Gratitude, Chris, there's a chapter where I'm talking about random acts of kindness.
Yeah.
And for those of you who have had the privilege of being with me at a restaurant or eating, I always ask, what's the name of the waiter? Not because of anything, but because have you ever realized that when you call the waiter by their name, they will do anything for you?
Hmm.
Yesterday, I was out at the restaurant and I love fish, I love oysters. And I was there at the restaurant and the oysters were not on the menu. And the waitress said, oh, they're not on the menu, but we've got only 9. I said, Cat, that would be wonderful. And you know what? Because you booked, I put them out of the menu and I put them away for you.
Wow.
What a great act. And
Oh, yeah.
all this is simply because when I go to restaurants, I'm always asking, what's your name? What are you doing? And I learned this from Totka. Whenever I am in a car with a taxi driver, I ask them, what's your dream? What are you doing? And Totka is a master on this. She always asks, who are you? What are you doing? What are your dreams? And you see how people completely open up and they are ready to do anything for you simply because you are the only one in that day who spent some time just asking them how they were. So
Yeah.
that's how powerful it is.
Yeah. No,
And
absolutely.
then there's also Yoska. Hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Yoska is saying, I'm grateful for this moment that I'm listening to this right now. Wonderful, Yoska. Really appreciate it. And thank you for wanting to spend your time with us, your time with me. I don't take it for granted. I really appreciate it.
And it's something I'm guilty of in taking things for granted. And nobody owes us anything. Nobody owes us a living, and everything that we find ourselves receiving or a part of is a gift. And it's so easy to forget that. And I've been absolutely guilty of just taking things for granted. It's a big mistake.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You see, when we take things for granted, it's as though we are telling the universe, telling God, oh, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
It's not appreciating what the creation has given to
Mm.
us. But
Yeah.
when we pause a moment and we express gratitude, suddenly in the universe, God says, do you know what? Let's give him more.
Yeah.
Let's get them more. Let's get them to another level. Let's provide, let's supply, let's
Yeah.
give more. Simply because you have chosen to pause and you say, you know what? I'm grateful. Thank you.
I love on the first book the strap line: "Become more, give more," and the two go together by focusing on becoming better and becoming more effective and more aware. It gives you the tools that you need so that you can give more to others. That's such a powerful message.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you think about it, that's the essence of life. And then if you look at different perspectives, it's the essence of life. You want to experience more love. You need to become more love, more lovely, and give more love. You want to experience more finances. You need to expand your mindset and open up. I grew up in a mindset of scarcity. My dad used to always say, we cannot afford it. It's too expensive. We cannot afford it. It's too expensive. We cannot afford it. I had to shift my mindset, to become more, expand my container in order for me to start embracing that I deserve it. And now I have canceled the word expensive. I use another word. I said, you know what? At the moment, it may not be a reasonable cash flow experience to have right now. I used to always say that I'm broke, I'm poor. I stopped saying that. I shifted my mindset. I said, at the moment, I deliberately choose to put my money somewhere else, not on this.
Yeah.
And this completely changes and shifts. And
Mhm.
since I've ever done that, I have never experienced lack. Even when bills were there heaping, even when banks were calling, I have never experienced a moment of lack because gratitude doesn't put food on the table, but gratitude opens another perspective and allows you to make better decisions. You
Yeah.
see, you can't make a good decision in a spotlight of negativity, anger, blame, and disappointment.
Yeah.
You need to tap into a new zone which allows you to put on the glasses and now, wait a minute, I didn't see that. Let me explore that thing. And suddenly you're able to find a better solution. You're able to gain time. You're able to buy more favor, and things happen and fall in the right place.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's sometimes we need to get out of our own way and allow all the wonderful things that the universe has in store to manifest themselves. And by worrying, by putting negative energies out there, um, we're putting the universe on hold. It's desperate to help us, but we get in the way.
Yeah, I mean, it sometimes it looks as though we as human beings we have the concept and the idea that you can figure out everything by ourselves. And sometimes we are telling the universe, move away, let me do it. You are too slow. Let me do it my own way. And when I had that attitude, I was living my life in a continuous cycle. Nothing was moving ahead. I was just experiencing back again and again the same situations that I was running away from.
It's uh, it's obvious when you say it, but it's not obvious when you're in your own space and in your own bubble. Um, Obvious, and common sense is not common, and that's why having a book like More Gratitude just enables you to step back and then just create that peace around you, and then just go in depth. There's so many different topics in there just to remind you of all of those different areas that we all need to be grateful for. And yeah, so it's a great read.
Absolutely. And by the way, for those of you who are wondering what is on the background there with Chris, this is finally the book out. This is just freshly released. And today is on pre launch. What do I mean by pre launch? I'm doing this only for my community. And for my community, I have set up a number of 200 books, which is going to be a hardback. Now, this is a limited edition, hardback limited edition. Why? Because I want you to take this book with you everywhere and it lasts longer with you. And write in, put in notes, share them in our community, in our more official community of Moses. That's where you can share all the nuggets and the insights that you will develop in. So the limited edition is the hardback copy, and it's only available on the website. As you can see, As you can see, it's right there in the chat. The team has just put it on right there. So you can see www.mosesnalocca.com/more-gratitude. That's where you can purchase your hardback copy. And today is the pre-launch. This is only for our audience, and this is the limited edition. The books will be released officially on the 31st of May. Now, you can find it in the bookstores or in Amazon, but it's going to be a paperback. It's going to be a paperback. The hardback limited edition is available only on the website. So grab your copy, have it with you, and then whenever we will meet, it will be my pleasure to sign it for you in person.
And I'm pleased it's on the website, because if it gets people to your website, they'll find so much more there as well. So it's well worth visiting the website to get more gratitude and all the nuggets of gold that you've been building up there.
Yeah. And Chris, if it's okay for you, I would like to do an interactive session with all of you. Guys, type 10 in the chat if you want to have an interactive session right now. It's gonna be really short, but I want to give you a gift. I want us to experience and do a quick exercise of gratitude. So type 10 in the chat if you want me to do this exercise with you right now, and have a little bit of test of some of the exercises you can do in the book, and you don't need me to do it. You can do it by yourself. All right? So have I got your permission? Fantastic. So what I want you to do, I want you to sit straight. And I want you to keep your legs rooted on the ground and put your hands possibly on your laps. Okay? And I'm going to make it magic, because I'm going to use some music to be with us. And in this moment, I would like to invite you to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want to ask you to take a deep breath. And as you take a deep breath, I want to invite you to slow down your mind. Allow your heart to start to speak. Allow your heart to expand. And in this moment, I want you to grab a memory of you when you are a child. And this memory is a memory of love. It could be a moment with a parent, with a brother, with a grandfather. Grab this moment and breathe it, feel it, stay there. It's a moment of love. And as you have this moment of love, I want to invite you to stretch your right hand in front of you and hold that memory in your hand. Feel it, breathe it, stay there. Remember where you are, what you are doing, what was around you. Hold it. It's a moment of gratitude of you when you were a child, a moment of love. Hold it in your hand. And now bring it on your heart. Put it on your heart. Breathe it. Stay there. And put a smile on your face. And say thank you. Say thank you. And now as you have your right hand on your heart, I want you to stretch your left hand in front of you. And now I want you to grab a memory of today. Something that you are grateful for today. Something that was a coincidence that led to something special. Hold it in your hands and say thank you. And now bring it to your heart. Now we have 2 moments. And put a smile on your face. Breathe it. You have these special moments right now in your hearts. Have them there with you. Breathe them and stay there and say thank you. That's who you are. That's what you have. And as you have both of your hands on your heart, I want you to think of a moment of you, of yourself. Look at how far you have come. Look at how many things you have gone through. Look at how many obstacles you have faced, and yet you are still standing. Yet you are still standing. So put a big smile on your face and tell yourself, well done. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you. This is who you are, with your heart full of gratitude. And when you're ready, slowly you can open up your eyes and come back present. And right now, I want to ask you, feel free to drop down what came into your mind. Drop down what you are grateful for. Drop down the memory that came of your childhood, of your family. Drop down what you're grateful for today. Something that probably you have forgotten but happened today. Put it down in the chat. Share it, because sharing is caring, and you can inspire somebody else. Filling your heart with gratitude is the cure, because you cannot be worried and at the same time be grateful. You cannot be angry and at the same time be grateful. You cannot be anxious for the future, for tomorrow, and at the same time be grateful. I don't know about you, but some of you may have experienced a deep sense of peace, a deep sense of calmness, a childhood memory with my father and uncle. Wow. A moment among men, probably the men who have allowed you to become who you are. Hey, Vanya, glad to see you. A memory of me being 4, and I asked my father to adopt a child. What a great gesture of love. Now, if you have the gratitude book, there's plenty of space for you to write down that. Because do you know why I want you to write down? It's because what happens is that when life will hit you, and it will do, when you have your gratitude journal, you can always coach yourself and remind yourself that it's possible and that you have come through a lot. And also, this shall pass. This also shall truly pass.
That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
And there's much more because in the book, there are over 15 areas where I'm guiding you. I'm teaching you, giving you some context, preparing the scene, and then allowing you to experience different areas because life is made of different things. There's a session where you're going to be grateful for your parents, grateful for your kids, grateful for your career. Experience gratitude in different types of shapes and flavors. That's the aim of this book.
I can't wait for it to be out there.
Well, it's available right now on the website, and then it's gonna be mailed and received directly in your at your home, the limited edition. Then, if you want to wait for Amazon and the bookstores, feel free. But that's not gonna be a limited edition. There's more value and there's more content, and also there is even more emotional attachment when you get a limited edition. Now, I want to ask the audience if there's any question. Oh, Chris, you can go ahead with a final question and we wrap up this amazing book launch.
Okay, Moses, I have to thank you for sharing so much, and I noticed in more how honest and how you don't care about yourself. You just tell a story, even if it's not showing you in the best light. You tell it if it helps others. And in more, there is so much there to just remind people of the choices that they have in any given situation and how they should use that moment to make a choice as to what they're going to think or what they're going to say. And both books give you the chance to be more self-aware, and and in being so, to have a different impact to those around you than might have been the case had you just spoken off the cuff without thinking. So there's so much in both books to just help you to realize that what happens around you is as a result of the way you think, and the way you think determines what you say and what you do. So it's with both books there is such a wonderful array of insights. Moses, I know there's so much in you to share. Where are you going after gratitude? What's in your mind for the future?
Oh, what's in my mind for the future after gratitude? Well, I am the product of the product, and I have seen how coaching has helped me and also has helped my clients. So I would like to unveil and break it down in easy steps, the power of coaching. So I believe the next work I'm going to work on is going to reveal how coaching can be helpful. You see, a lot of people confuse coaching as though, oh, somebody is brainwashing you or manipulating. Let me be clear with this. I believe manipulation is gaining something at the expense of others.
Yeah.
Influence and inspiration is, yes, gaining something at the service of others. So I'm a product of the product. So I believe that once we remove the veil on what coaching is and what coaching can help, and what are some coaching techniques that we can apply in our life, we can communicate in a better way, we can understand better other people, and we can learn how to make a difference of perspectives. So that's going to be my next one. I'm gonna start working on it. Actually, we're already starting to work on it, and I don't want to say too much because it's completely work in progress. But it's gonna be a powerful tool to help people understand this and have practical skills and tools that they can apply in their day-to-day life and probably understand themselves even in a better way and in a higher level. So I'm gonna be again naked. I'm not gonna keep anything. I'm gonna give you the best of the best, and I'm gonna provide you everything. What I'm gonna share is what I use to train coaches who now are doing the same thing I'm doing right now. And I'm gonna give this, unveil it completely out there for the market and out there for my community and my people. So stay tuned because this is not the end. It's just the beginning. I'm just starting to getting warmed up.
Well done. Moses, it's been a joy and delight to be a part of this and to share this moment with all the others who are online at the moment. So thank you, everybody, for giving up your time and joining Moses on this. And it's been special, and I can't wait for what comes next.
Absolutely. So just a quick reminder, you can go on the website, mosesnalocca.com/more gratitude, and you can get the book, limited edition, only for 200 people, limited edition, the hardback copy. And I'm going to ask the team to put back again the link out there, and you can find it on the website. Today was pre-launch. Books will be available from 31st of May. All right?
Great.
So it was my pleasure to serve you once again, everybody. My name is Moses, and I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to make sure you live that outstanding life that you were created to live. And by experiencing and practicing more gratitude, this can allow you to have a different perspective that then can help you to be more effective in this journey called life. Thank you once again. Thank you, Chris, for being here. And all of you, I send you big hugs and love. Wish you all the best and see you on the other side. Make sure you grab the book. Stay strong. God bless you. Bye bye.
Cheers. Bye bye.